All of you, welcome back to your first ever advanced Solana token creator DApp, where you're going to allow user to have minting authority, freezing authority, updating authority. So if they want to mint more token, they can do that. If they want to freeze any particular wallet address for not performing the transaction of that particular token, they can do that. So we have tons of features we have included in our DApp where you can able to track down the entire authority of the token, transaction history, transfer of the authority from one account to other. For example, if you want to give the minting authority to any other user, you can do that. So let me give you a complete walkthrough that what exactly we have in this particular project and what do you expect from it. When the user will come to our application, this is what exactly they will see. So right now I'm not connected with my wallet, so I'm having this option to click and connect. So the very first section we have is our sidebar. You can able to change your logo to any. Here you will find multiple tab, multiple feature we are providing in our application like metadata viewer, token metadata, manage authority, token authority, transaction history, my token, token overview, create token. So you will find all the tab, but nothing is happening because I'm not connected with my wallet. You can click here and you can able to change the network. So if you want to perform transaction on the mainnet, you can simply click on the mainnet and it will be selected mainnet, and there you will find the details. If you want to switch back to the devnet, you can click on devnet and you will be connected to the devnet. Here you will have the option to turn the light mode and dark mode. You can control that and you will have this option. So I'll go with the dark mode. Click on this select wallet and it's going to give you this phantom wallet. Click on this phantom wallet and you are connected with the application. Now the entire dashboard is open for you. So by default, this is the dashboard is going to display from where we are allowing user to create the token. So whenever the user will create the token, we are charging this much fund, and this fund will be transferred straight away to the wallet address which you're going to provide. So I'm going to receive the transaction fee in this particular wallet address whenever the user will create their token. You have to give the name of the token, you have to give the symbol of the token, you have to give the description of the token, and by default we are going with 9 decimal point, but you can pick 6, any decimal point you want. Currently we have these two popular decimal point on the Solana chain, 6 and 9. You can pick any one. From here you can upload the image of your token and you can simply create your token. That's the create token section we have. Now the next one we have is the token overview. You can come here and you can able to provide the details about the token which you want to add to save the history of the token. So you can give the URL of the token, website, Twitter, Telegram, Discord, GitHub, and you can able to give the details about the token and you can save it. So when you will save the details about the token, it's going to reflect here, and here you can able to monitor. So all the details which you can able to see about a specific token, so you can able to manage their history. If you want to delete, you can simply click here, delete, and it will be deleted. Come back here. Now the next one we have is the my token section. There you can able to fetch out all the token which you have in this particular void address. So you can see the balance or have of that particular token. So I have this particular token which I have this much fund, and you can able to see all the token which you have balance in your wallet. That's all you can able to see, and all the token which you have created. That's all you will find here. You can come back to the transaction history. So here you will find all the transaction which you have done from this particular void address is going to fetch out and give you the detail of that particular transaction. And here I have all the transaction which I have done from this particular account. So you can simply click here and you can able to explore the transaction details. That's all the transaction which you will find which you have done from this particular void address. Now we have the next one is the token authority, and from here you can able to control the token authority. So you can give the address of the token to fetch out all the information about the minting authority and freezing authority. If you hold the authority, you can able to mint more token and transfer to a specific wallet address, and from here you can able to freeze any particular account by giving the address which I will show you. Then come back to the manage authority. From here you can able to change the authority. For example, right now we have two different authority, minting authority and freezing authority. So right now this particular account holds these two authority, but if you want to try to transfer the authority to any particular wallet address like a minting authority or freezing authority, you can simply transfer. You can give the token address and you can pick the authority which you want to change and provide to that particular wallet address, and you can give the wallet address which you want to transfer the authority and click on the function. So it will change the authority. In the same way, you can come back to the token metadata. So from here you can able to find all the token which you have created and their metadata. So you can simply click on this metadata and you can able to share the metadata details, and this entire thing is dynamic based on the void address and based on the network. So these are the accounts, these are the tokens which I have created this particular void. That's what it's reflecting here. Now the next one we have is the metadata viewer. So you click here and here you will find the complete dashboard. You can give the address of that particular token which you want to fetch the metadata, and it's going to reflect. So once you will provide the address, it's going to save the history, and here you will find that all the metadata have fetched and tested. That's all is reflecting fine. So if I show you this particular one which on the mainnet, you can able to find the details, the name, symbol, the image. In the same way I can pick any one and I can able to fetch the details and I can see That's all you can do it. So in the same way, you can simply come here and provide the address, click on the fetch, and it's going to fetch out the details and give you the option. So this is what exactly we have. These are the tabs we have in our project, and every single thing is working absolutely fine. Now, all the transaction which I'm going to do and show you, that's what I'm going to do on the devnet, but it is exactly the same on the mainnet. So I have enough fun from making all the transaction. Let me show you how you can create the token and how we are charging the fee. So currently I'm going to receive the fee in this particular wallet address, but I can use the same address for creating the token. So there is no problem in that. When the other addresses will create the token, you're going to receive the fund in this particular wallet, which is mine, but you have to provide your own. So what I will do, I'll simply give the name of the token. So I'll say Jim token. You can call whatever you want. I can give the symbol called GT, and I'm going to simply paste here. And this is the description which I have provided. Make sure to pick one. And I'm going to create a 9 decimal point, but you can take it 6. There is no problem. So I'll go with the 6 one. And from here, I can upload the image of my token. So I'll go with this blockchain coder. That's what I got it. You can see my image is selected. Now I can click on this create token. It's going to make a call. And I'm going to create my token. And this token would be registered in my Phantom wallet. So I'll say I am connected. You can see the transaction which I'm making. I can click on this confirm. Once the transaction will complete, I have to simply get the details about the token creation which I have done. So this is the minting address we have. This is the metadata URI which you can able to fetch. This is the fee we have paid. This is the minting authority we have, this particular account. And this is the freezing authority we have. So every single thing is looking absolutely fine. Now, if you come back here in the token metadata, there you will find the token we have created just now. It's the same address, BBS. You can click here and you can see the decimal point, Jim token and GT. So we have successfully stored that here. So later we can utilize it. So we're going to simply copy this one and let me show you the other feature. Now you can come back to the token overview. If you want to save the details about this particular token, you can do that. So what I will do, you can give the URL of the places where you are promoting this particular application. So you can give the website URL, but I'm going to give you the same URL in all the places. And from here you can able to track down the details. So I'll say Jim token and I can simply give the description. So I'll say, hey, Jim token, but you can give whatever you want. You can give add. So I can simply come back here. I'll say coder and I can give the description. You can add more if you want and click on this save. The moment I will do, it will be saved successfully. Come back to the save overview and there you will find that we have added successfully. Hey, coder and all the details we have provided. If you want to delete, you can simply click on this delete the old one, and this is the one which we have done. So you have seen the token creation, token overview. Now come back to my token. So if I come back to the token metadata, this is the one we have created, BBS. Copy this one, come back to the my token section. There you will find that all the token we have created, and you can able to find the token which we have in our wallet. So you have to do the search one by one and you can able to find it here. So you can able to find the token right up here, which I will show you. Now come back to the transaction history, click here, and here you will find all the transaction which you have done. So you can simply click here and it will take you to the Explorer. There you can able to find the transaction which you have done. And here we have our token we have created. You can simply click here and it will take you to this particular section. From there, you can able to see that what are the authority we have. So this token image name is reflecting fine. You can see the address of our token. You can see the minting authority and we have the freezing authority. If you come back to the metadata, here you can able to find the data we have uploaded to the IPFS, and this is the updating authority we have. So every single thing is looking fine. Right now it has 0 supply. What I will do, I'll come back here and I'm going to mint more supply. So I have already copied the address of the token. So simply come back here in the token authority. I can give the address of the token. So this is the BBS and I can click on this fetch info. Is going to make a call. You can see I have the minting authority and I have the freezing authority because this is the account I have used for creating the token. You can see the decimal is 0 and you can see the supply is 0. Now if I want to mint the token, I can do that very easily because I have the minting authority. So I can simply transfer to any address, but I'm going to take it to my own wallet address and I can give the quantity which I want to mint. So this much token I want to mint. Click on this mint token. Is going to make a call and here it's going to call our Phantom wallet and you have to see the transaction we are paying. So click on confirm. The transaction is in the process. Once the transaction will complete, we are minting the token. You can see we are minting the token. We are doing this transaction on the test network. That's why you can see Phantom wallet gives me the warning. It's not a big deal. Simply click on this confirm and the transaction is in the process and we have minted our token successfully and we have received in this particular wallet address. You can come back here. You can see the supply is increased. If you come back to your Phantom wallet, you can come back and you can able to find the token we have. So We have got the gym token. This is the image we have used, and that's all is reflecting fine. The gym token. If you come back here and you can give a refresh, and here it's going to load the data. Just a moment, and it's got the supply. So that's how you can create the supply. Now, what if I want to simply transfer the authority to this particular token to any particular account? For example, right now I'm connected with the account number one, but I want to transfer the minting authority to the account we have, this account number two. But currently I hold the minting authority, so I can do that very easily. I can simply come back here in the manage authority. I can give the address of the token. So what I will do, I'll simply come back to the token metadata, and I have to copy the address first. Then I can come back to the manage authority. I can give the address of the token. Now I can simply come back here. I can go back to the account number two, which is going to receive the minting authority or freezing authority. I can do that. So I go with minting authority. I can simply paste the address, and I can click on this transfer authority, and it's going to make a call, and it will transfer the authority from account 1 to account 2. You can see we are getting this. Click on this confirm, and the transaction is in the process, and now we have transferred the authority. What I will do, I'll simply copy this one, come back to the token authority, and I can paste the address, and you can see the authority is changed. Right now account number 2 will have the minting authority. So if I try to mint with the same account which I had earlier as an authority, I cannot able to do that. So I can simply give my address, or I can transfer to any address. I can simply paste here, and I can give the 5 currently in account number 1, but account number 2 has the minting authority. If I call this function, it will be failed, that you don't have minting authority. So every single thing is working fine. So if I want to mint token, so I have to use this particular account. So let's come back here, click here. I can go back to the account number 2, and here I am. I have to give a reload. Now I can give a reload. So it reloaded successfully. Now come back to the token authority. I can give the address, click on fetch, and you can see I'm connected with the same account which I am here, and I have the minting authority. So if I want to mint, I can simply do that. I can simply copy the address, and I want to simply receive the token in my own address, but you can receive any address. What I will do, I'll simply give the token which I want to mint, like 5,000. Click on this mint token, and it's going to make a transaction. I have to simply confirm the transaction, and the transaction is in the process. And here you will find that we are minting this token. Click on confirm, and the transaction will complete soon, and we have successfully minted the token. If I show you my Phantom wallet, you can see I got the token back here. So this is the token. We have gym token 5,000. We have minted, and we have it. So that's how you can simply transfer the minting authority and take the minting authority. Now what I will do is, I want to give the authority back to the previous account. So what I will do, I'll simply copy this one, come back to the manage authority. I can give the token address. I can pick the minting, and I can simply copy back, and I can go back to the account number 1, because that's where I want to transfer the authority back. And I can click on this transfer authority. So you can only do the transaction of that authority which you have. So this account has the transfer minting authority. That's why we are transferring the back. So we have done the transfer action. I can simply copy this one, come back authority, paste here. You can see the authority went back to the same account. Now what I will do is, I want to freeze this account, because I want to show you that how this freeze exactly work. So if I come back here, and this account has this fund. If you want to freeze any random account which not have your token, you cannot do that. You can only freeze those accounts which have your token. So what I will do, I'll come back, copy this one. I can copy this one, and I can go back to account number 1. I can give a reload, and right now I can simply come here, copy this one first, and give a reload. You can see everything is changed. Now I can come back to the token authority. I can give the token address here, and I can see I have the freezing authority and minting authority. I'm connected to the same account. Now what I will do, copy, click here, and I'm going to simply copy the address of this account number 2, because account number 2 will have my token, this token which we have minted. Now I can simply give a address, and I can call this freeze account, and it will be freezed, and it cannot able to make any transaction of our token. So let's confirm, and the transaction is in the process, and we have freeze this particular token. If you give a refresh, it's going to simply fetch the details that this account is freeze, and it cannot able to perform any transaction of this particular token. You can see the balance is here. But if you want to simply remove the freezing and revoke that, you can do that. You can simply click on this revoke throw account, and it will be make this transaction. And right now this account will be free from making the transaction. It can able to make the transaction. If you reload the page, it's going to simply, there is no freeze account is available. So that's how you can control In the same way, if you want to transfer the freezing authority to any account, you can simply do that, and it will have the control to freeze any particular account. So every single thing is working fine. If you come back to the token metadata, there you will find all the token which you have created. That's all you will find. And it is dynamic. Based on the account, it will automatically get filtered. If you come back here, based on the network, it will automatically get filtered. If you are to the mainnet, you can simply do that transaction on the mainnet. If you come back to the metadata, here you can able to find the details about the token. So if you click here, you will find all the token which I have already done the research. So if I click on this is the RAN token. But what if I want to check the token we have created just now? So what I will do, I'll simply come back here and I have the address of this token we have created. Now come back to our application and I want to do the research. So I'll simply come here. I can simply paste here. I've given the address. I can click on this fetch metadata and it's going to fetch the details about our token. So we have provided all of these details, decimal point, that's all you can see. This is the metadata URL. You can see the upload authority we have. Every single thing is looking good. So that's how you can do the research. If you come back here, this data is saved in our local storage and you can click here and you can able to have the details. You can simply remove it and you can paste one more time and it's going to fetch out. So every single thing is dynamic. I hope you have understood that how everything is working fine. It's going to fetch out all the transaction which we are making. You can be able to find all the token we have in our wallet. So here you will find the details about the token we have just now minted, that this is the token we have. No, not this one. Let's come back here. Here we have the token. Not this one. You can come back here and you can able to find the token we have here. So you can able to find all the token we have created here. That's all you can able to find. In the same way, you can do the transaction on the mainnet. So what I will do, I'm going to create another token with a different account. So this much fund I have in my account number, and I'm going to receive the fund right in here. So what I will do, I'll simply come back to the account number two, and I'm connected with the account number 2, and you can see in account number 1, the balance in the account number 1 where we're going to receive the commission is this 12.6. The moment I will reload the page, I will be connected with the account number 2 and the account is changed. So I'm going to pay the fee to that particular account. So let's create another token. We'll say fee token. I can give this FT and I can give the details, like I'll say, hey, you can give any more and I can give the same decimal point. There's no problem. I can pick the token. I can go with this one and I can click on this create. This time we are charging the fee to this particular account and that fee will be transferred to the account number 1. You can see 0.5 is the fee and the rest is our commission, the transaction cost. Click on this confirm and the transaction is in the process and you can able to find the token we have created. We got the details, but you can come back to the token metadata. There you will find that this data is dynamic. Based on the account address, the token will display. So if this account created this token, it will reflect here. So based on the account, it will display the changes. So this is the token we have minted. You can see the metadata. You can come back to the token authority. You can paste the address. And here you have currently 0 supply, but I can transfer that token to any address. So let's do that. I can come back here and I can go with this one account. I can paste that. I can transfer that token, this particular address. Click on this mint token. Is going to make a call. And here we have to perform the transaction. You can see we are minting the token. We have to confirm one more transaction. And here we are. Click on this confirm and the transaction is successfully and we have transferred the token and minted successfully. You can see the balance is there. If I come back here, open my tab, you can see there is no token available which we have minted, this one. But the moment I will switch my account to account number 1, it will reflect the fund. So let me come back here, click here, and the token we have created. So just wait, free token, 1 million, we got it. This looks perfect. I hope you have understood that how everything is working fine. If you want to freeze this account, you can do that. You have that control. So that looks good. Now I can come back here, I can simply give a reload. And you will see the commission we have received successfully. Now it's went up to 13. Earlier it was 0.6 and we have got 0.5 as a commission because the user have created token using our DApp and we have received the commission. So that's everything is looking finer. You can simply switch back to the mainnet. If I come back to the mainnet, there you can able to find that currently I don't have enough fund for making the transaction. So I cannot able to create the token. But if I want to check the authority of any token, I can do that. Or I can simply view the metadata which I want to do the search. I can do that very easily. So right now I want to fetch the metadata of a actual token on the mainnet. So I'm connected with the mainnet. Now I can give this particular detail of this particular token. I can call this fetch metadata. It's going to make a call and here I can able to fetch the metadata of this particular token. This is the actual coming from the mainnet. If I show you the history, it will be saved here. I can click and I can able to have the details. In the same way, if I want to check the token authority, I can do that. I can simply click here. I can give the address and here it's fetching out the details, and I can click on this fetch info, and here you will see that it has no minting authority, no freezing authority, and this much supply we have on the actual network. And here I'm getting this error because this particular feature for getting the data of the freezing account is a premium feature. So you have to upgrade your account in Acmeli, then you can able to fetch the information about the freezing account. Hope everything is clear. In the same way, you can able to manage the authority on the mainnet and the testnet. Right now, I haven't done any transaction with this particular account. That's why you cannot able to see the transaction history. There's no information here because these are my test account. So in the same way, you can able to perform the transaction. So I hope you have understood. It's really powerful. You can able to do all the transaction on the mainnet and as well as in the testnet. It's fully responsive for different screen sizes. You can see you can simply able to change the network. So I'll go back to the devnet, and then I can able to find and do all the transactions. So I would suggest you to first do the testing on the devnet, all the things, and then you can simply go with that. So it looks absolutely fine. I can able to find all the details. I like the dark mode very much. So this is how our application would work. Every single thing is dynamic, every single is well optimized, and it's absolutely perfect. You can simply launch straight away to make money, and you can provide different features to your client, to your user, to have the details. So if you want to come back here, you can give the address and you can mint the more tokens. You can see the block tokens, the supply, mint, everything is perfect. So I hope you have understood that what exactly we have in this particular project and how it will work and how you can simply allow user multiple features. So if you have any more question, you can simply ask me. I'll try to help you on that. Now let me show you that how you can get the complete asset for this particular project so we can start working straight away after downloading the starter file. So simply come back to the blockchain coder, go back to the source code section, and then you will find all the project we have on the channel. So you can simply have a look and build at least 5 of the projects. So simply click here, go back to the recent project, and here you will find this one. So simply click on this get now. You will come back here, click on this starter file. It will take you to the GitHub, and here you can able to find all the folder and file structure which we going to utilize it. That's all you can able to find, that what are the assets are providing. So you can come back here, go back to the package.json file. There you will find that we are using model packages for building our application. So make sure to simply clone this particular repository because we're going to simply follow straight away from here. Now you can come back to the blockchain coder and you can take the final source code. In that you will give your valuable contribution to our team. Now let me show you that what setup you have to do once you will get the final source code. When you will download the final source code, you will get the zip file. Make sure to extract it and you will get this folder. If you open this folder, in this you will have this 2 folder, starter file which we're going to use for following the complete project, and here you will have the complete source code of the project which you have seen in the demo. So this is the folder which I'm going to open. If you open that, in this you will find the complete folder and file structure and all the code. So this is the folder we have to open. So I'll click on my VS Code and I have this, come back here, and I'm going to simply drag and drop the folder right up here, and I'm into this particular directory. Now let me give you a complete walkthrough of this particular project, that what structure we have follow, how everything is working, what are the component section we have built, how the entire application is going to be work, and what are the changes you have to do from your end in the code to make it work project. So the very first folder we have is the component, in which you will find the complete structure of the component which we are utilizing based on the feature of the admin and the user. So we have this layout in which you will find the header. So if you want to do any changes, you can do that, but every single thing is dynamic. You don't need to touch anything here. If you come back to the sidebar, there you will find that what are the sidebar we are utilizing. We are providing these many tabs option, and that's the complete code of the sidebar. So let's close this one. Now come back to authority management. There you can able to fetch out all the details about the authority of the token. That's all you can able to find. So you don't need to make any touch here. Come back to the freeze account. Here we have the complete source code of the freeze section. Then you come back to the icons which we are utilizing. So just keep it as it is. Then we have the layout, in which you can able to find that we are displaying different architecture, different icons for the light mode and the dark mode. That's what we have here. Then we have the network status. Then you can able to display the network which we are connected, and it's going to refresh every 3 seconds, or you can set anytime. We have the token authority. There you can able to find all of this code which is related to token authority, that who is in charge of the token, who has the freezing authority, minting authority. Then we have the token creator section where user can simply create their token. Then we have the token list. There you will find all the details, and we're going to fetch out the token list of the particular wallet address from the Solana blockchain, and we're going to feed it. Then we have the token metadata is going to give us the details about the token metadata, like including the images, addresses, like symbols, name, decimal points. Then we have the token metadata viewer. This is the entire component page. Then we have the token overview where we can able to find the details about the token. Then we have the transactional history. Then you can able to find all the transaction which you have done from one particular wallet. That's all you will find. We can come back to the wallet token and there you will find all the tokens. So this is the entire folder file structure we have under our component. You don't need to make anything right up here. I'll tell you what are the changes you have to do. Simply close this one, come back here. Then we have the context and here we are managing the theme. So by default, I'm going with a dark theme, but you can turn it to a light. It's totally up to you. But you don't need to touch anything here. Just keep it as it is. Now, simply close this one, come back here. And here you will find all the component images which I have provided, that what exactly we have developed in this particular section. So you can have a look. So you can able to see that this is going to be our token create section. You can go to the next one, token overview. That's all you can able to find and see from your end, which you can simply follow. So every single thing is given for the design. So let's close this one, close the image. Now come back to the page. It's going to be a single page application. So first we have this app.js in which we have done the network configuration and context management. So you don't need to touch anything in here. All we have to do is to provide our RPC URL in our environment variable, and that's what we are utilizing for switching from devnet to testnets. So you don't need to make any changes, just keep it as it is. Now simply close this one, come back here. Now we can go back to the public. There you will find that we have the icons. So this icon is for the dark mode and this icon is for the light mode. So if you want to change the icon, you can put your icon, but make sure to give the exact name. So it will automatically take place in all the applications. So simply close this one. Now we can come back to the style. There you will find that we have this Tailwind CSS configuration we have used and we have our custom styling, which I am utilizing. So just keep it as it is. You don't need to make any changes. Simply close this one. Now we can come back to the utils. There you will find we have our utility function, which allows us to do the network configuration. So we are providing network configuration for mainnet and devnet. So user can switch, and based on that, we can simply fetch out the information about the user wallet. Then we have the Pinata. What we are doing, we are simply uploading the images to the Pinata IPFS, and that's the entire code we have written. So all of this variable is coming from our environment variable. Perfect. Now close this one, come back to the token storage. There you will find that we are storing the information about the token creator and some activity which user is going to perform in our application in the local storage. So this is the utility model we have. All we have to do is to simply pass the data and it will be stored. I'll show you how it works. Now come back to the most important section, environment variable. And this is the important section where you have to provide your details. So you have to get your own Pinata API key and secret key. Then you can able to allow user to upload the images to the IPFS. So I'll show you how you can create your account to Pinata and how to get your keys. So just wait. Here you have to give your wallet address where you want to receive the funds. So when the user will create their token using this particular platform, we are charging 0.5 SOL for token creation. And that's what we're going to transfer. You can keep it any fund for it. Here you have to get your Acme RPC URL because when we have to make the transaction on the mainnet using Acme provider for it. So you have to get your Acme RPC URL for Solana. So this is the variable which you have to provide, which I will show you how you can get it. So close this one. Then we have this next config. You don't need to do anything in here. You can simply generate an output folder, which I'm going to do. At the end, we're going to simply deploy this application to Netlify. So we have to need this. So simply close this one, then we can come back to the package.json file. And here we are using one of the powerful packages which allow us to build this multi-feature application. So we have called this particular name, you can call whatever you want. This is the script we have. So this one is we going to execute for dev. And when we go to generate the static file, we're going to execute this particular command. And this particular command going to delete node modules and all the packages which get generated every time whenever you start the application. So we need to delete that because when it will start, it will automatically regenerate it. And here we have all the packages which you don't need to touch it because we are using most stable one at the moment and everything would be working fine. So we are using Metaplex where we want to allow and storing the data of our token on the chain so we can easily able to fetch in our phantom wallet and it will display our image and name. We are using some powerful tools, just keep it as it is. Here we have some dev dependency. We are using Tailwind CSS for our styling part. Just keep it as it is. So close this one. Now we can come back to the Postgres. It's very basic setup. Then we can come back to the README file and there you will find all the details about the technology and the resources which we are utilizing in the project. So if you come back here, if you want to get an airdrop for DevNet, you can go back to this particular site and from there you can claim an airdrop. We need Phantom Wallet for making the transaction. We need Acme to get our RPC URL for the mainnet. We have the Pinata.cloud which allow us to get the IPFS key and secret key. That's what we're going to get from this particular site. And you can simply download the VS Code if you don't have it. So all the information is already given. So make sure to have a look, or you can simply watch this video till then, you will understand everything. Let's close this one. Then we have the Tailwind configuration. We have the basic setup. So whatever name you give to your component, I've given this component with a small c. That's what I have given here. If you give with a capital, it's not going to work. So make sure to, whichever folder and file structure you are targeting, make sure to have the same name. So that's our Tailwind configuration. So this is the complete folder and file structure we have in the project, which provide multi-feature when it's come to a Solana token creation. And it has multiple feature like freezing authority, minting authority, updating authority. That's all we have. Hope you have understood the entire folder file structure. Now it's time to test our application. So first thing, what we have to do is to come back to our environment variable, and we have to get this variable one by one. So first, I'm going to get my Pinata API key and secret key. So to get that, you can come back here, open a new tab, and here you can call Pinata Cloud. So this is a very powerful site which allow you to get your IPFS keys. You can read about it, that what are the services they are providing, and you can use it in their multiple level. But I have already have my account, so I'm going to log in straight away. But if you don't have your account, make sure to create your account and verify your account. When you will verify for the very first time, it might takes like 3 to 4 hours to get fully activated. So make sure to create your account for a brand new email IDs. So let's me log in quickly. I already have my account, so I'm going to log in straight away. So here I'm back into my Pinata dashboard, and there you will find that all the project, all the files which I have uploaded to the IPFS, that's all you will find. Now, the very first thing I have to do is to get my API key and secret key. So you can come back to the API key, and there you will find all the project which you have created. So I have already created multiple project. So to create a new key, all I have to do is to click on this new key, and it will give me this pop-up model. And from here, I can able to provide the details and generate the key. So let's come back here and let's give the key name. So I'll say Solana token. Okay, I can give this space to make it close together. Perfect. Solana token, you can call whatever you want. I want to have the access of all the feature with its provide. So I will click on this admin. So it will automatically give me the access of all of this feature. And from here, I can able to set the rate limit. So although I'm using a free account, so in the free account, the maximum upload you can do in a particular API endpoint is 1000, which is enough for testing purpose. So I'm going to have 1000, and after this API reach 1000 upload, this API will not work. So you have to create another one. I hope you get the point. So that's how you can set the limit. Now I can click on this generate API key, and it's going to give you this 3 option to configure the API key in your application. So first one is the API key, secret key, and JWT if you are doing in the backends. But we need this API key and secret key. So simply copy this one, come back to the code, and that's what I'm going to provide here. That's the first one. Now I'm going to get the secret key, copy, and that's what I'm going to provide here. So that's how I got my API key and secret key for the Pinata. So this is the brand new key I have generated. So it might take a little bit time to get fully activated. If you have your fresh account, it will take a little bit time. So make sure to wait after half an hour or 2 hours. Once it get fully activated your account, you will have the access of this API key and you can utilize it. If this API key is not activated, and when you will try to upload the images, you will get 403 error. That means your API key is not activated. So make sure you have to verify your account and wait for a couple of hours. So we got our API key and secret key. Now we have to get our wallet address, where we're going to receive all the fund. So what I will do, I'll come back here and I'm going to simply close this one. Now open a new tab and type Phantom. I believe that you already have a Phantom wallet in your browser. Make sure to use Chrome and simply install it. This is the official website. Once you will click here, it will click on this download and it will take you to the App Store. From there you can able to install. So I already have my Phantom wallet, so I will simply click here, and so here I'm into my Phantom wallet, and this is the account which I'm going to use for receiving the funds. So I'll simply copy this one, account number 1, because if I click here, I have 2 accounts, 1, 2. So I'm going to use the very first account in my Phantom wallet. So I'll simply copy this one, and that's what I'm going to provide here. Because all the fund which user will pay when they will create an account, I'm going to receive in this particular account. Now, one more thing, if I come back here, I have activated devnet where I'm going to do all of this testing. So you have to simply activate devnet in your Phantom wallets. So to do that, you can simply come back here and you can go back to the settings, and you can simply come back here in the developer settings, and you have to activate this. If I remove this, the devnet is removed from my setting, and I have the mainnet and I don't have any fund. So I have to simply activate the devnet because there I'm going to do all the testing. So make sure to click here and activate devnet, and I have activated, and now you can see it will reflect the balance which I have, and it will display all the token which I hold in my wallet. And this is the account I'm going to use for receiving the fund. I already have enough fund in my wallet, zero point 0.7. So I hope you have understood this is how you can get your address of your wallet where you want to receive the fund. And if you don't have enough fund for making the transaction, you can come back to the this particular site for claiming a free airdrop. So I already given you all the instruction. So you can simply come back here, go back to this particular site, and this is the official website of Solana Playground. So make sure to use exactly the same one, don't use any other one. Or you can simply search a Solana Playground, Solana Playground ID, and it will give you this particular site. So make sure to search on Google and get it from there. And this is the exact URL which I have provided you right up here, so you can use that. Don't use any other Solana Playground, because if you try to connect with a fraud one, it's going to withdraw all the fund from your wallet. So here you will find an option called wallet. Simply click here, and here it will give you the option. So I'm connected my Phantom wallet, or I can simply switch back to my local wallet of the Solana Playground. So I have already connected with my Phantom wallet, so I'll select there, and I can claim an airdrop. So I'll simply come back here, click on this airdrop, and you will see I'm making a request and I have claimed an airdrop and I got the fund. So this is how you can make an airdrop, and you can get this soul after every 2 hours. So yeah, once you claim the 5 airdrop, wait for 2 hours, you will get another 5. So that's how you can get your fund in your Phantom wallet. Good. Now what I will come. So I have got all the variables. Now I have to get my Acme API key and secret key. And this one is very important, because when you go to do the transaction on the mainnet, you have to get your RPC URL from Acme, because Acme will provide you most of the feature in the endpoint, not any other provider. So what we can do, I'm going to simply close this one, come back here. Now I'm going to open another tab, and here I'm going to type Acme. I hope you already know it's a very powerful Web3 provider which allow you to give you multiple endpoints. So you can simply come and read about it, that what are the features provide. Although I have already my account, so I'm going to simply log in straight away, but make sure to create your account if you don't have, and verify your account, and you will have the access of your dashboard. So let me quickly sign in. And here I have to wait, and you can see I'm straight away logged into my Acme dashboard, because I have already created my account. You can able to find all the stats, all the transaction which I have made. So it's absolutely incredible. All the use case, because some of the project which I'm running for my clients, and I'm running my own project, that's all is getting activated here. So you can do one thing, you can simply come back here and you can create a new project, but you can also view all your apps. So this is all the apps which I have created. If I want to create more endpoint, then I have to simply upgrade my account, but in free account I can create up to 5 to 6. If you want to create, you can click here, and you can say it's giving me this option, but I cannot able to create because I have already created enough. So I'll simply come back here, and I am going to pick any one of this. So for example, like this one has the most number of requests, and you can see the fail ratio because I'm using in one of my courses, these two, and I can simply click on this, and there I can able to find the access of the API key and the details. So here you will find all the details. Now what I can do is I can come back to the setup section. You will find all the details that how to do the setup. You can come back to the metrics, you can come back to the networks, and here you will find all the network is available in this particular API key. So I'm looking for Solana. So you can come back here, and there you will find the Solana which will be reflecting here. So let's me have a look, and there we have the Solana. So you can simply click here, and I'm looking for the mainnet. So that's what I will select, because there is no problem going with the default devnet RPC URL which we get from the Phantom wallet in our system. Because if I show you the code, if I go take you right up here in this particular one, so we are using this particular provider, clustered API URL. And when it's come to making the transaction on the devnet, it absolutely fine. But when you want to make a transaction on the mainnet, this is not working, because it's used the old version of API. So that's why we are using our custom Acme URL for performing the transaction. I'll show you if you want to check how you can do that. Okay, hope you have understood. Now we have to get the RPC URL. So we can simply come back here. I'll select the mainnet, and I can simply copy this. And that's what I can simply provide here. I can come back to, and that's what I have to provide here. Replace. So this is my RPC URL, and this is the API key, which is absolutely fine. So we have got all of this variable which we need to use and test this application. So we are done with that. Now I'm going to simply close this one, and we can close this one. So we got this entire environment variable. Now we have to simply install the packages. So I'm going to simply open up my terminal, and first we have to install the packages. So if I show you my node version, I have the latest one. There is no problem in that. But if you face any error, make sure to downgrade or upgrade and test accordingly. But it will work absolutely fine if you have this particular node version. So all I have to do is to simply install, type npm I, and it's going to do the installation. Just wait, soon the installation will complete and we are ready to test our application because we have got all our environment variable. And finally, we have done with the installation. Simply close this one, and here you will find all of this warning. Simply ignore that one because we are using some of the old stable version, and which is not compatible with our latest node version. So we are done with the installation. Now I'm going to simply clear up my terminal. Now we have to simply execute this particular command dev. So type npm run dev. This is going to start our application on localhost 3000. Simply copy this one, and here you will find that our application is ready. I'm going to simply close this one, and I'm going to minimize this. Now come back to browser, open a new tab, and simply paste this localhost and hit enter. You can see the application is running absolutely fine, and here you will see that application is live, and the fund which I have in my wallet, which is reflecting because this is the account which I'm connected, which is the account number 1. And that's all you can able to find. This is the token create section which is going to open by default. By default, from here you can turn to light and dark mode. From here you can simply disconnect, and you can simply click here and you can connect, and it will be connected with your Phantom wallet. You can simply give your token name, token symbol, description, and by default we are going with 9 decimal point, but you can pick any decimal point. From here you can upload and you can create your token. The next section we have is the token overview. There you can able to find all the details which you're going to store about the token, and which you can able to find here, which I have stored. Then we have the my token section. There you will find all the token which I have in my wallet, which I have created with this particular account. That's all you can able to find here. You can see the number of token we have in this particular account. I can simply copy this one and I can do a lot of things. So let me simply copy this for the time being so I can show you a few things. Now you can come back to the transaction history. There you will fetch out automatically all the transaction which you have done from this particular account on this particular devnet. So you can able to see the transaction hash. You can simply click here. It will take back here and you can able to see the transaction which you have done. Perfect. Now you can come back to the token authority. From here you can able to see the token details. So if I simply paste here and click on this fetch info, it's going to give you the authority details, that which address has the authority of minting token and which address has the authority of freezing account. You can see the total supply and decimal point. If I want to mint more token, I can give the address because only admin can mint that, and that's the same account I'm connected. So I can simply give and quantity. If I want to check the blocked account, so this account is blocked, which cannot be do the transaction of this particular token because we have freeze that particular void address. So this particular account will have to unfreeze or freeze the account. That's all you will find. Now come back to the manage authority. From here you can able to transfer your authority like minting authority and freezing authority to any particular address. You can come back to the token metadata. Here you will find all the details about the token which you have created. That's all you can able to find, and it's going to be stored. You can click here and it will give you the metadata, so you can utilize it any other places. Then we have this metadata viewer. You can simply click here and can give the address, and it's going to fetch out all the metadata of particular account. You can simply come back here in the search. There you will find all the metadata of the token. So you can simply select any one which you have done the research previously, and you can able to find the details. So this is how it's going to look. It's very much responsive for all the screen sizes. That's how it's going to look on a mobile. You can simply click here. It's going to give you the side pop-up. You can simply turn to light and dark. You can simply toggle between the mainnet. So now you can simply click here and you can go back to the mainnet and everything would be set up. So right now we are connected with the mainnet and I don't have enough fund in my account to create a transaction. That's why you can see I'm getting this error. So when you are switching to the mainnet, make sure you have to switch as well here in the application, in the MetaMask as well. So you can simply go back here, go back to the setting, go back to the advanced, and from here you have to off this, then make the transaction, otherwise the transaction will fail. Perfect. I don't have any transaction because it's my test account, so there is no details you will find about the tokens, about the transaction history, but I will show you how you can do the research. Perfect. Got it? Now I'm going to switch back to the devnet and let's do the testing of our application. So first I'm going to create a token. So this time I'll call the token. I'll say RT, and here I have to give the description. So I come back here, go back to the blockchain coder. I'm going to get some data from there and I can paste here. And this time I'm going to create 9 or 6. 9 is the most usable decimal endpoint you will find which has on the Solana chain, but I'll also create a 7 or 6. 6 is the very common one. And from here I can upload. So I'll come back here and I'm going to go back to the document section. There I have the image. So this time I'll go with this one, dollar. Click here and it's uploading. You can see we have provided all the details. This is the fund I'm going to charge, and this is the fund I have to pay for creating the token. So if I come back here, it's showing 0.05, but I have set to 5. This is what I have set. So I can do one thing. I can go back to the component and I can simply change that as well. So come back to the token creator, and here I have this. So like, okay, it's a static data. So I can simply replace this one. So make sure to change it whatever you are charging for token creation. So now do that, close this one, come back here and you can see it's changed. So this much fund I'm going to pay to the manager of this particular DApp as a fee. So all thing is ready. Now I can click on this create token. It's going to make a call and it's going to create the token. So just wait. It's in the process. And finally, we have created the token. You can see we are charging the fee along with the transaction. So complete is going to make a call. Just a moment. And here you can be able to find the details about the token minting. So this is the minted address. You can simply copy. This is the metadata URI which you will find. This much fund we have paid for creating the token. You can see the minting authority. You can see the freezing authority right up here. So let's copy this one. Now you can come back here in the transaction history. There you will find that this is the token we have created by making this transaction. So if you click here, you can come back to the explorer. There you can able to find the details about this particular transaction. So this is the token we have created. So if you come back here, this is the address of the token which we have created. This is called from to address. This much money we have transferred to this particular account because I have done the transaction from the same account and I've received the fund in the same account. So you can see that's why the fund is reflecting here. Every single thing is fine. Now you can see this is the token address. I can simply click here and it will take me to my token explore section, and there you will find that it will display the name of the token. You can see the current supply is currently 0 because we haven't initialized the supply. You can see the minting authority, that GNF has the minting authority. This is the freezing authority. And if you come back to the metadata, you will find the details we have uploaded. So this is the metadata we have uploaded. You can see the name, and this is the update authority of our token. So every single thing is working fine. We have provided all the authority to the creator of the token. Now I can come back here. Now let's go back to the token authority. If I come back here and if I go back to the explorer, this is the address of our token. So simply copy, which I have created just now. I'll come back here and I'm going to simply provide the address of the token. I'll click on this fetch info and it's going to fetch out the information about the token and its authority. So this is the account, which is the my account. You can see the freezing authority, the 6 decimal point, and currently supply is 0. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply mint couple of tokens. So first I need the address. So I'm going to transfer the token to my own address. So I'll give that. And here I have to give the quantity. So I'll give this, let's say this much quantity I want to have it. So click on this mint token and you will see this token is going to be mint. Here you can see we are performing the minting function. Click on confirm. And now we have to simply make one more transaction. You can see this is the RT token we are minting. Simply click on confirm. And the transaction is going to be complete and is going to reflect the balance here. This much supply we have done. We got the notification and we got the token transferred this particular wallet address. Now, if you want to check this particular token in your Phantom wallet, you can do that. You can simply click here and you can come back here. It's going to simply refresh and here you will find the details. R token, RAN token, 1 million RT, which we have done. So every single thing is looking fine. If you want to simply mint more token, you can do that. Give, let's say 500 more token, click on mint, and that's how you can mint the token. Perfect. I can simply click on confirm and the transaction is going to be completed and we're going to simply mint 500 more token, which is reflecting fine. So that's how you can mint the token if you want. So now what I want, so you have seen the minting functionality. Now I want to change the authority of minting or freezing. I can do that. So what I will do, I'm going to simply change the minting authority first. Let's test that one. So I can come back here. I'm going to simply copy the address and come back to the manage authority. And here I have to give the address which I want to simply change the authority. From here, I can select that what I want to provide to that particular address. So I want to change the authority for minting. So I cannot able to mint whatever address I'm going to provide. It will have the authority to mint. So for that, I'm going to use this account number 2. as a minting authority for this particular token, and that's what I'm going to provide here. I'm still on the same account because account number 1, the authority need to make the transaction. Now I have to click on this transfer authority. It's going to make a call, and once the transfer will complete, you can see I'm getting this warning because it's only changing the data, not making any transaction. So simply click on confirm, and the transaction is in the process. Once the transaction will complete, you can see transfer minting authority successfully. So right now, if I try to mint the token with this particular account, I cannot able to do that. So let me copy this one, come back to the token authority. I can paste the address of the token, click on this fetch info. I can see the data is changed. Right now, this account has the minting authority and this account has the freezing authority. So currently I'm connected with this account, but this has the minting authority. So the moment I will try to mint, I'll simply take this one, or I can take my address. There's no problem. Copy this one, paste here, and I can simply come back here and I can simply give the amount. Let's say 5,500. I'm going to simply copy this one. And now I can simply make a call. So I will try to mint and receive the token in my wallet address. So click on this mint token. Is going to give me this error that you don't have minting authority. So right now, this particular account has the minting authority. So what I will do, I'll simply come back here, go back to my account number other, and I'm into that. I can simply give a reload. So I have to go back to the token authority, come back here, and I can simply give here and make a fetch info. I got it. Now I'm connected with the same account, which you can see here, which has the minting authority. Now I want to receive the token. So I'll simply come back here. I can simply paste here the address where I want to receive the token. Now I can give the quantity. So let's give this and click on this mint token, and it's going to make a call. And once the transaction will complete, you can see I can able to make the transaction. Let's click on confirm, and the transaction is in the process. Once the transaction will complete, this particular account which has got the authority will mint the token. So right now we are minting. Simply ignore this one, click on confirm, and the transaction is in the process. And finally, we have minted this much token and we have received the token. So if I show you my wallet, now the account number 2 will have the token. Ryan token, we got that from. That's how you can simply change the authority. Now, what if this particular account wants to give the authority back to this particular user? So I can do that. So I can simply come back here. I have the authority, so I can come back to the manage authority. I can give here. Now I can simply come back here and select the minting authority. Now I have to give the address wherever I want to transfer the authority. So I can simply come back here and I can give the authority back to the account number 1. Let's click on this. Click on this transfer authority. It's going to make a call and it will transfer the authority. So here we are simply transferring the authority. Let's click on confirm. The transaction is processed. So we have done the transfer of the authority. Now, if I come back here and if I simply see the address, so this is actually, I have to get the address of the token. So this is the address of the token and I can simply paste here. Right now you can see that we got the authority back to the account number 1. But if I try to mint, it will throw me an error that I cannot have the authority because we have changed the authority to account number 1. It's going to give me this error that authority is changed. In the same way, I can able to freeze any account. So this particular account can freeze any wallet address which has this particular token. That's the one thing you have to keep in mind. The account which you can freeze, only they have your token. If they don't have the token, you cannot able to freeze it. So this particular account has this particular token. If I show you, it has this particular token. So I can able to freeze this particular account. So what I will do, I can simply come back here and I can switch back to, first let me copy the address. Then I can go back to the account number 1. And I have changed the account. First I have to copy the token address. Perfect. I can give a reload. So I'm back to the account number 1. Now I can come back to the token authority. I can come back here. I can paste and I can see the authority that I have minting authority and I have freezing authority. Now I can simply freeze any account. So they cannot able to do any transaction of our token. So I can simply click here and I can come back to the account number 2. Not come, I will simply copy the address of the account 2, but still I'm in account number 1 because account number 1 has the power to freezing and minting. So you can see that. Now I want to freeze that account number 2. So I'll simply give the address. This is the XA. I can click on this freeze account and it's going to make a call. And I have to simply confirm the transaction. So once I will confirm, you will see this particular void address is freeze. So you cannot able to perform any transaction. So it's taking a little bit time. Soon the transaction will complete and we have called the freeze account function. Now the moment you will give a refresh, it's going to display the balance of that particular account and you can see the token detail. You can see the details about the account, that this account is freeze. If you want to unfreeze this account, you can do that very easily. All you have to do is to simply copy this one, paste here, and you can call this through account, and it's going to make a call, and you can simply click on this confirm, and this account is not in freeze. If you click refresh, there is no freeze account. So that's how you can freeze any account and control. Hope you have understood. In the same way, I can able to transfer the freezing authority to any address. For example, I can simply come back here. First, I have to copy the address of the token. Now I can come back to the manage authority. I can give the token details. Now I have to transfer the freezing authority to any particular void address, because this is what exactly we follow in the industry. So I'll select the freezing authority. Now I have to give the address of the account which I want to give you the authority. So I'll simply come back here, copy. Now I can give this, and I can click on this transfer authority. And here it's going to make a call. So I'm giving the authority to this particular void address. So once the transaction will complete, the freezing authority is transferred. So I'll simply copy the address, come back here, and I can check the authority is changed. Now this account has this freezing authority. So what I will do, I want to freeze this particular account. I can do that. So I can simply come back here. I can come back to the account number 2, and I can freeze any account because right now I have the authority. I can give a reload, come back to the token authority. I can give the address and make a fetch info. It's going to give me the details. You can see this account has a minting authority, and this account has a freezing authority. This account I'm connected at the moment, so I can able to freeze this particular account. So what I will do, I'll simply copy this one, and that's what I'm going to simply paste here, and I can call this freeze account. It's going to make a call, and here I have this one. I can simply click on confirm, and the transaction is in the process, and you will see I can able to freeze the address, and we have done it. So this account is freezed. If I give a reload, you can able to see the balance which this particular account hold, and we have freezed this particular account by changing our authority. Hope you have understood. In the same way, I can able to simply take back the freezing authority, because you cannot able to freeze the minting authority. You can, but we not do in the real world. This extra layer of protection we have added if someone's trying to do the spam, so you can do that. So we have revoked the freeze action from this particular void address. Now I want to simply transfer the freezing authority back to this particular account because this is the creator of the token. I can do that. So first I can simply copy this one, come back here, I can give the minting, I can select the authority which I want to transfer, I can simply give the address where I want to transfer, the creator of the token, I can click on this transfer authority, transfer successfully. Click on this confirm, it's transfer successfully. Now if you come back here, I can simply copy this one. If I come back to the authority section, paste here, you can see the authority back to the account number 1. So that's how you can transfer the authority and mint the token. So you have understood everything. Perfect. So we have seen this authority, manage authority. Now you can come back to the token metadata. There you will find that all the token which you will create, that's going to be stored here, and it's going to be automatically filtered based on the network. You can see this is the token we have created with this particular account number 2. But if I switch back to the account number 1, it will automatically going to fetch out all the token created by account number 1. So come back to the token metadata and you will find it has created all of this account. Perfect. Got it? If you come back to the token metadata viewer, you can simply call it. So I can simply select here, and from here I can able to give the address of the token. So what I will do, I'll simply click here, I'll copy the token address, and I can come back here, I can paste the address. I can paste the address and I can make a request, and it's going to fetch out all the information about this particular token we have uploaded to the IPFS. You can see the name, symbol, RPC URL, authority, update authority we have, description, and decimal endpoint, the image. If you come back here and you can select the one which we have selected, you can select this one to see the details. So whatever the search you will do, that's going to be stored right up here. So this is the token which I have searched on the mainnet, is going to be also here. You can see that. So that's how you can able to find the details and fetch the metadata history. You can select anything. This is the actual soul. Those will not have the image, is not going to be displayed here. If you come back to the JITO, it's going to be reflecting here. So every single thing is looking fine. So you have seen the metadata viewer, you have seen the token metadata, that how you can simply store all the token which we are creating, storing right up here. We have managed authority, we have token authority, we have the transaction history which you can able to find all the details. So this is the transaction we have done. You can click here and you can able to find the details about the transaction we have done. Perfect. Now close this one. If you come back to the my token, there you will find all the token which we have in this particular wallet. So if I show you, this is the token we have created just now. That's the details you will find right up here. I have a bunch of token. So this is the token which I have. You can see my balance is reflecting fine. And this is the exact token we have created, JM8. And that's what we have here, JM8. So every single thing is looking fine. You can simply copy and you can able to see that. You can take the token overview. So if you want to add the details about a token, you can do that. So I can simply come back to the blockchain coder. I can copy this, copy the address, and that's what I can simply store. I can give that. You can give your Twitter. That's where you can able to manage the detail about the token. So I can come here. I can give details about the token. So I can give the my details. Come back here, and I can also give the description, and I can give a. If you want to add more phrases, you can do that. So I can click on the add phrase. You can say coder, and you can add multiple details about the token. Once you're done with that, you can simply click on this save overview and it will be saved. Now you can come back to the save overview. There you will find the details which you have provided. So this is the one which we have provided to the coder, and this is the details. You can see the time when you have done it. If I want to remove any one of these, I can simply click on this remove and it's remove. So every single thing is working absolutely fantastic. You can see we have all of the feature and you can able to manage every single thing on the devnet now. But I'll show you a few things. So you can simply come back here, go back to the mainnet, and every data will be changed. So right now I don't have any fund. You can see I have a zero balance, so I cannot able to create my token. I can come back to the token overview, which is exactly the same. If you come back to my token, there is no token available. If you come back to the transaction history, I haven't done any transaction with this test wallet. If I come back to the token authority, I can able to check the authority. So what I will do, I can simply come back to the Solana. I'm here on the Sol scan. I'm going to simply switch back to the mainnet. Right now I'm on the mainnet. Now I'm going to find out the token because I have to see the details. So for example, what I can do, I can simply click on this views it dashboard, and then you will find the details of all the tokens. So what if I want to check this one? This one. All I have to do is to simply get the address of this particular token, because this is the address of the token. Copy this one. Now we can simply come back to our token and I can simply check the authority. So I can simply give the address. It will work absolutely fine. If I click on this fetch info, it's going to make a call and it will give me the authority details. So this is the total supply of this particular token on the mainnet. This has the minting authority and there is no freezing authority. It has a 9 decimal point. But if you come back here, it's giving me this error because this particular function which we are utilizing, get program account, it's a premium service. So make sure if you want to use on the mainnet and if you want to use the premium service, then you can simply upgrade your account. But I would suggest you it's not that important. This particular endpoint is not available in the free account. That's why we cannot able to fetch those details. In the same way, you can pick any token. You can pick any token. For example, I want to go with this one. Let's say I have already done the testing of the Jupiter. I can click on this and I can simply copy the address of the token. I can come back here in my paste here and I can simply click on this fetch info. Is going to give me the details. So it has this much supply. There is no authority. There is no minting authority. You can see I'm getting this error because I'm using on the mainnet and I don't have the premium endpoint. So it will work absolutely fine. In the same way, you can able to do the transaction the way we have done on the test network. So every single thing is working absolutely fine. I hope you have understood that what exactly you will get in this particular project. Perfect. Now, if I come back here, switch back to the devnet, I can able to do all the transaction. And I want to show you one more thing. Come back to my token and you can see this is the token which we have created. So come back here. Let me find the token which we have created, which is this one, like JM8. I'm going to simply copy this one, come back to the scanner, and I'm going to switch back to the devnet. And I'm going to paste the address of that. And you will see that here we have the token and all the transaction we have done in our token. You can able to click here and you can able to see that it has the minting authority, it has a freezing authority. It's also reflecting fine. But here it's not reflecting the update authority because we are using Metaplex. It's already there. If you come back to the transaction we have done in our token, there you will find that it has this authority. Okay, different model has a different setup. So it's working absolutely fine. I hope you have understood that what exactly you will get in this particular project and what are the section we have included. It's 100% responsive for all the screen sizes. You can simply select here and let me make on the big screen. There you will find that this is how it's going to look on a mobile device. You can simply able to switch, click here. It's going to give you those tabs. You can go back to the token create. You can come back here. You can go back to the token overview. You can simply see the different tab system we have. You can come back here. You can go back to the my token. There you will find the details of the my token. If you come back to the transaction history, you can see all the transaction history. You can come back to the token authority. From there, you can able to manage the authority of the token. You can simply click here, go back to the manage authority. There you can able to have the details about the token, and you can go back to the token metadata. You can able to see the metadata is reflecting fine. Click here, you can see the token viewer. Right now you can simply give and you can click on the search, and you can click on the RAN, and it's going to fetch out all the information. So every single thing is looking fine. It's 100% responsive for different key sizes. So I hope you have understood that what exactly you will get in the final source code and what exactly we're going to develop, how our application is going to be work. It's absolutely amazing. Now let me show you that how you can deploy this particular application on internet. So what I will do, I'm going to simply minimize this one, and I'm going to simply close all of this open tab first. Open tab. Now I can come back here, and I'm going to simply come here, open up my terminal, and you can see the application is running fine. I'm getting this warning because I'm using the latest node version. Now I'm going to simply stop the application from running, and this time I have to execute this particular command. This is the command we have to execute. So simply type npm run build. Is going to generate a output folder for us, and it's going to compile the entire project into a static file. So we can simply deploy, whether you want to deploy to Hostinger, DigitalOcean, cPanel, you can deploy to anywhere because it will generate the HTML file for us. So here it's generating. Soon it will complete. You can see we have generated successfully. It's compiled successfully, and here we got the output folder. So simply ignore this one. We have this output folder in which we have the complete code. So I'm going to simply close this one, close this one, and if you come back here we have the entire functionality. Here we have the 404 page, the themes. Here we have the HTML code which you can save, and you can see all of the things which we have generated. So this is the one folder we have to upload. So I'm going to simply minimize this one, come back here, click on the new tab and type netlify. I'll say netlify, hit enter, and it's going to make a transaction. Click on this netlify, and here you can come back here. So I already have my account in netlify. You can make sure to create your account from GitHub, or you can create it from Gmail ID, but I already created my account from GitHub. So I'll click on this login, and I will log in straight away to my dashboard. So here I have my dashboard, and you can able to find all the project we have. So I'll click on this add new site. You have this three option from repository like GitHub, Git, but I'll go with the manual deployment. Click here, click on this, and go back to the place where I have the folder. So I have this in this particular folder. This is the token advanced Solana, and here I have the final code, and I can simply select the one which I have generated, this output folder. Select and click on upload. Click on upload, and it's going to upload the code. So just wait. Once the upload will complete, it's going to give us our dashboard from where we can simply control our application. So here you can see we have uploaded successfully. All the files are automatically updated successfully. Now if you want to change the URL name, you can do that. So you can come back to the site configuration, and this is the URL name we have. If you want to configure it and change it, you can do that. Come back to the change site name, and you can call whatever you want. I can simply say Solana token creator. I'll save it. Let's see. It's a Solana A. Save it, and I can click on the save. And let's see, this name is not available. So I'll say Daulat. Click on the save, and this name is available. So we got it. You can come here, you can simply click, and you can able to make all the transactions. So currently I'm not connected. This is the what the user will see. I can simply change this one, click on this select wallet, and here I have this. Click on this phantom. It's going to open this one. I have to connect, give this confirmation. It's going to be connected successfully. Now I can able to create the token. So what I will do, you can see this, I have this much fund to 0. Now I will switch and create a token from a different account. So if I select this one, this account is not connected, so I can simply click on this and connect. This is the one thing you have to do when you create and connect your account for the very first time. After that, it will take automatically. So this is the one I have. Now I'm going to simply give a reload. You can able to find all the token which you have created, like token metadata. Right now I haven't created any token. If I click here, I can see there is no token available. Perfect. Now what I will do, I'll simply come back to the token creator, and I can give the name. I'll say Hussein, HU. I can give a description. So I'll simply copy here, come back to the URL, paste here, and I can go with the 9 decimal point this time. I can simply select here, and I can go back to my document, and I'll click this one. Upload it, click on this create token. It's making call, and once the token will be created successfully, I can simply pay the transaction fee. You can see we are paying 0.5, and this one will be transferred straight away to the admin, and the transaction is completed. You can come back to the metadata viewer or token. You can see the detail is reflecting fine. This is the token mint address. You can simply copy, come back to the authority section, and you can able to see all the details. You can simply take the recipient. So I'm going to be the recipient, and I'm going to mint, let's say this much token, click on this mint, and I'm going to simply confirm the transaction. You can see I'm getting this warning because this the subdomain I'm using. So I have to simply verify that my domain. So I'll simply click on this confirm, and the transaction is in the process. Let's click on this one, and the token is successfully minted. Perfect. The token is reflecting fine. Now, if I come back to the account number one, because in that I have received the fund, if I reload the page, you will see that the fund will be up. So it went up to 5, 7. Earlier it was 2. So every single thing is looking fine. This is how you can deploy to Netlify. Okay. Currently, I'm using the subdomain. That's why you can see whenever we are making the transactions, we are getting the warning that it's a subdomain, whether you trust or not. And that's the default behavior of Phantom Wallet. Perfect. So I hope now you know that how you can deploy the application on internet, what are the setups you have to do, what exactly you have got in the code, and what are the feature we have included. Okay. So make sure to come back to the blockchain coder and go back to the source code section. And from there, you can download the source code of this project. So that's the only thing I want to cover in this video. I hope you have understood every single thing. And if you want to master complete blockchain development, where you want to learn every single technology, so I would highly encourage you to follow this particular course. This will help you to teach you every single thing which you have to know. And you can take the same knowledge to any particular chain. So you're going to master Salty, you're going to build one of the biggest project ever. It will have 5 different contracts. You're going to master API development, tons of things we have. You're going to master security, a lot of things we have in this particular course. So make sure to check this one. You will understand every single thing. So with that, I'm ending this video. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.